kind of like you're watching Who Dat Comics. Who Dat?
What's up, everybody? Who Dat Comics movies coming at you with a little packing chat. I don't know how long we'll do the packing chat. You know, usually that depends on the audience and the questions we get, stuff like that. While I'm packing, I only have one book to pack, so you guys, we're depending on you guys a lot. And I did say we because I do have a guest. And I'll show what I'll do is I'll show that book off once we get going. I'll show that book off what I sold. Like I said, it's a sad packing day. So let me get my guest in here. This guy is known for his high being in the rafters, lurking upon the hunt crowd, the hunt champions and non-champions. So yeah, we're gonna introduce my boy, none other than Bleeker. What's up, Bleeker?
How you doing, Mr. Who Dat?
All right.
Good to see you, buddy.
What's up, K-pop? K-pop is in the house. Girl says, I have no idea for a series you and Hood should do. Like, me and Hood. I got a series that me and Boston Chris do. It's called Graphic Content, Jarrell. I've only been on a few shows with Hood, and that's still in selling, so probably would never happen. Like, nothing against Hood, I'm just saying. Man Cave, man. Man Cave, if you're not doing anything, I put the link in the chat. Obviously, you're watching, so you're semi not doing something. So might be doing something, but might not be doing. So if you want to just hang out, Man Cave, this is not take it serious type of show. Packing Chat is not. Serious. Yeah, Packing Chat is a relax. What's up, Liz? It's just a relax. We talk about random stuff. Questions from the chat pop up. All kind of things. Just tales from Comic Cons, your tips and tricks. Oh, I don't go to as many, so I don't think that would be a good show with me. I don't go to as many. Like usually I only go to one. This year I'm actually going to two, which we're going to Dallas. But I can probably talk about that. Me and Boston Chris, we talk about the convention? Might be something we can touch on Graphic Content. Maybe this week. I'll talk to Chris about it. But we did do a little show talking about his con experience at King Con. And I kind of talked about my experience at New Orleans Fan Expo. So we kind of talked about that. I don't think we talked about tips and tricks, but we talked about our experience and what happened and stuff like that. So let me show this off since we got some people in here. If you guys want to enter in the Super Chat giveaway, Black Lightning #1 for $2, you could win Black Lightning #1 and a few other books as well. Like I said, I think if I get the books in, I have an X-Men 221. I have like 4 of them, so hopefully I can get that in because I would love to add this to the giveaway as well. So you got the first appearance of Black Lightning. Super Chat $2 get you a wheel spin. $5 will get you 3 spots on the wheel. So if you guys want to enter in that, more than welcome to.
Claim for $2. Claim for $2.
So, yeah, basically it is a claim for $2 if you do.
I like
and
it.
Look, it's so funny if you did a super chat. I don't even get the whole $2. I get like $1.20 or something. So it's actually get the book for like $1.20.
Man.
He said, "How do you navigate and consign?" But yeah, that'd be something I guess you can kind of talk about. Negotiate for deals. I don't really go to cons for deals anymore. Now, if I want to do a trade, that'd probably be something I would talk about, and probably be only a handful of dealers that I would do that with, that I've had, I guess, deals with before. So yeah, I'll tell you like this, don't go to cons for deals. Or look to get deals. That's just my opinion. I've seen people go to cons and they literally could have bought the same books on a YouTube auction or an IG sale for cheaper. But some reason people feel weird about buying.
Deals are there to be had at cons, you know. That's not fair. I think the deals are there to be had. I wouldn't ask for them on Friday, but you know, maybe on a Sunday I'd start asking for deals.
I didn't. Let me say it like this: you can get better deals on YouTube or IG. I'll say
Okay,
that.
that's fair. That's fair.
I'll say that. And don't be alarmed. Bleecker is okay.
Yeah, it's all right. I just live in the hood.
They see the only thing good. See, Bleeker's hood. They patrol or fly to or whatever you want to call it in his area. See, I live in the hood. It's quiet, so they don't care. They find bodies. They find bodies later. It's okay.
You're too afraid to go to your section of town.
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah. The only time they come, you literally have gunfire. You know, then they'll come like 10 minutes later. What's going on? We got to patrol the area. It's too late. The guys who did the shooting left.
Yeah, there's always some bullshit going on there.
It's a game plan and strategy. Yeah, we could talk about a lot of stuff. We could actually, me and Bleak could talk about that now, honestly.
Like a game plan or strategy for going to a con?
Yeah, I guess we're going for a con. I mean, best thing is have an amount that you want to spend. Try to stick to that amount. Cash is always king at those places, even though a lot of those big dealers do take credit cards or debit cards or PayPal. Cash is always king. If you're trying to navigate signatures, if you're trying to get it slabbed, you have to go to CGC or somebody who's witnessing it. I don't know what else.
Well, I find that the cost of a con is pretty expensive these days. And the more you travel outside of your home area, the more expensive it gets. So, I go with friends. I'd recommend, maybe a couple people get in a room, that kind of thing. See if you have anybody in the area that you know that you can, that'll let you hang out on the couch. Things like that. That can be important when you're going to a con, man.
Yeah.
$60, $80, $200. That's a nice big boy book for you.
That's a good strategy if you actually live in the area. Kind of like if you're traveling, a lot of people who travel, I noticed they don't stay to the very end of conventions. So if you like in the area and you drive to it or something like that, I think that's a good play with K-pop saying. Not even just 2 hours before they close, just literally Sunday. Because certain dealers, they would love to give up inventories to less to pack.
Absolutely. Also, maybe some people didn't make as much money as they wanted. They're willing to shell out some deals to get books, like to give books away. It's a good day to do it.
To talk about that, this is that book. It's not 6 signatures. There's only 3 signatures, but 2 they have quotes. So you got Ashley from Ahsoka Tano, I am no Jedi, which she says on the show. Matt, who played Anakin, this says, "May the Force be with you." And James Taylor, who played Obi-Wan, he just put Obi-Wan. I didn't want to pay more money for another quote. And Dallas will be your first. Well, you'll be able to see myself, Tony Sanders, Yahweh. Us 3 are definitely going to be there. I don't know who else will be there, but my little core people I hang with and talk with will be at Dallas. So, Jarrell, you could definitely stop by. I would say I would bring your stuff to just hand deliver it to you, but since I'm flying, I can't do that. So, if I was driving to Dallas, which I could drive to Dallas, that's actually some place I could drive to, but the flights were so cheap that we end up flying. So I'm only going to bring like a handful of stuff. Like I'm literally going to bring a handful of stuff to get signed. And thinking about buying a case to bring some of my more expensive slabs in case I can see if they got a trade. If I could do a trade or something like that. I haven't narrowed down the big slabs that I'd bring. But me and Bleak were talking about earlier, like
always bring your
All-Star Comics 8. Almost, first Wonder Woman. That's kind of like on my radar, but I'm only gonna trade for that type of book.
Bring your nice case if you're buying books. Also, that's don't forget that nice hard case if you're buying books. You don't want to have your gym bag.
Any books that I'm bringing for signatures are getting slabbed by CGC. I'm not bringing those back.
You're doing it as CGC does it right there. Like they take them there, eh?
Yeah, they'll take them there and bring them when they're going to be at that convention. So that's
you
going to
save
be
on shipping that way.
Save on shipping and definitely save on shipping.
Yeah.
I've only got to pay the shipping, coming back to me.
Yeah.
So I'll save on shipping on that way. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna bring some books, but the books I bring, like towards that, will be sending to CGC. Oh, Kyle Walker, Kyle, I'm gonna email you the link if you want to join. Kyle, I don't even know what time it is over there. He's in the future. He's in New Zealand.
Future, oh man.
Yeah, he's in New Zealand. So Kyle, what's up, Kyle? I emailed you the link if you want to join. We got somebody, man. This dude, man. This is the first time I think he's been on my channel.
Oh no,
Blake, you're not gonna even know who this is because, like I said, it's the first time this guy's been on my channel. You'll know who I'm talking about when I say this. This guy tagged me on a tag video, and even though I have some nice books, I don't want to do the video because the books he showed, I was like, wait, he said my name, then I heard your name, and I was like, really, bro? I was like, really?
Come on, bro. Get the hell out of here, man.
So I've been kind of like, I'll do it eventually.
You know what he did? All he was doing was flexing. He was like, boom, boom, boom. You guys don't got shit. That's what he did. That's what he did.
I'll just let people know I will do the tag video. This weekend is actually a busy weekend. The only reason I had some time to do this video just because my family went out because the weather was so bad.
But it will be.
But let me get this guy in here, man. Let me get this guy in here, Mr. Man Cave Comics.
What's going on, boys? What's going on?
Hey, there it is.
Yeah. I can't wait to see you. You guys got big books. Don't be giving me that crap, man. You got to show your stuff, man, and you got great stuff. Don't.
I'm gonna show stuff like this.
Yeah.
There you go. Little wing nut. I'll show a little wing nut
100 right here. Rick and Morty 100. It's beautiful.
It is. Up, I like that.
What's up, Bruce? Man? How you doing, man?
I can't believe I've never been on your channel. That is true. And I know you've sent a lot of links out.
Like I said, I saw you in the chat and said, well, I don't know if he's semi-busy because I know when I see you around.
I was sitting on my butt, so I had to actually come downstairs and turn on some lights, and then I had to actually figure out how to log into my I have a new computer, and it's always like some annoying little thing I have to do. So, but it was good. It was good. I appreciate your offer. It's good to see you both on this fine Saturday night.
Absolutely.
It's stormed down here. I think literally. Me and my wife and my daughter went to eat lunch, right? So it's like, let's go get lunch before the weather gets bad. So guess what? We beat the weather going there, but when we were almost finished eating, that's when the weather got bad. And so we were stuck in the restaurant for a little while and then I think a tornado literally passed over us. Only reason I say that, they're not going to say it was a tornado. They're probably going to say it was like, gust of winds that reached the speed of a tornado because the wind was going so fast, it literally broke a few signs, and the trees were like leaning. And it was only for a few seconds. That's why we were like, I think it might have been a tornado.
They would definitely call that a tornado if that happened here. They'll call anything a tornado around here.
Yeah. So they haven't said anything about it, but it was kind of. Well, my daughter was scared. I mean, I'm like. I've been through so many hurricanes and stuff like that. So it's like, it's okay. Let's get away from the windows.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was in my office when we had a tornado, and it was crazy wind. And at some point, I said, "Okay, I better back away from the windows here." Tree came down and landed on someone's car, not from my office, and took out all the electricity. And that was the end of that day.
Yeah, the lights did flicker. The lights did flicker at where we were at. So I was like, yeah, might want to, when it slides up just a little, might want to get out of here. Because the restaurant had a lot of big windows and stuff. So I was like, yeah, let's get out of here. But yeah, it was just nice to get out the house because I wanted to go to a festival, but a lot of the festivals got canceled because of the weather. Not canceled, but postponed. But we're gonna go to a festival tomorrow. We're gonna go to Strawberry Fest. and just hang out.
Very nice.
Yeah. Me and Bleeker are doing a sale. Well, a maybe sale at the end of the month. The reason why I said maybe sale because it depends. Well, for me, it depends on CGC. They got like a ton of my books, and they haven't even opened the box yet.
How long does it take them to register books? I actually submitted personally to CGC for the first time. You'd think out of all the slabs I've had in my life, you'd think I'd do that more often, but I usually just send them through my comic store. But I was at C2E2 and I brought books personally, and they gave me a receipt. I sent them, and that was 2.5 weeks ago, and it still doesn't. Nothing registered as if it's
usually those get in the system faster. Usually that's so
you're saying I should be nervous about it?
No, you're gonna be all right.
No. I'm always nervous because they receive the package, and what happens is they'll receive the package, but they don't log it in at all. So they have a system that you can look up your tracking number, and it'll say if we received it. So you can look up, and it says, "Oh, we received it," but it's like, just open the box then.
Well,
so
I just found my receipt, so I could. I have an account, an order.
You
number
can always
here.
call them. Yeah, you can call them with your order number and ask them like, "Hey, I submitted at this convention.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure everything's good. It's been a couple weeks," and they'll probably say, "Oh yeah, we got all these books together doing this." That's probably why they're behind opening mail.
Yeah, I was actually with the Geek Aficionado, and he said, "Don't even look for 2 weeks." So I waited 2 weeks because I guess a lot of people pile in books and they bring them all back to Sarasota, and then it just takes. But I put it in for a walkthrough. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I put it in.
It'll make a difference once they log it in.
Gotcha. So it'll walk through the minute they log in, which could take a month or more.
Yeah. Like hopefully by next week.
That their first time slabbing anything, and they're going to be calling, so all the lines are going to be busy.
Yeah, I'm fairly patient. I mean, I've waited for CGC before. It's not that but usually I give it through my LCS, and I used to do the cheapest years ago when it was sort of fast, but at some point it started becoming like an 8-month turnaround for the cheapest. So
now it's going back to very fast for the cheapest.
Oh, really? Maybe I should have just done the cheapest then.
Yeah, let me tell you the speeds, because you're gonna if you could have saved some money, I'm pretty sure you would have took it, because economy tier, which is basically everything up to 1975. If you do non-fast track, it's 30 days now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
so I submitted some books recently and doing that. Then Express is 5 days.
Doc's books are not. They're not little books. You're paying for bigger prices.
It was sort of fun. When I was submitting him, the CGC guys going like, "Oh my god, I've never seen that before. Oh my god, I've never seen that before."
That's when you're doing your paperwork. He's like, "Damn, I can't slide these in a lower tier now because he's
no." Well, I decided to actually declare their value somewhat closer to value, because if they lose it, I want my money back, man. And it was worth a few, the hundreds of dollars to make sure it's actually, just in case there's a screw up. I want it the value that I declared.
Biggie says he thinks he's getting his 48 Monday. Did you buy it already, or are you saying you think you're gonna buy it Monday?
Well, if you don't get your 48, Biggie, you can always get a 40 for a few bucks, and then drink your troubles away, boy.
That is true. I'll just get a 32 ounce and.
I've never had a 40 before. Is a 40 a lot of alcohol?
I had a guy in college. He was very cheap. So we would all go out, and he would go to the gas station, buy a 40 because it was like $2.
Yeah,
and it might be more, it might be double now, but it was like $2 at the time. You're talking about 15 years ago. So for me, but he would go there, buy the 40, and his mission was to buy different 40s from different companies. So he bought a Mickey's, Bud Light, Budweiser, like everyone he could think of that he found. He was buying them all, and then he just rotate back around. But it was a lot because he never could finish it before it got hot. he would get.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's a big bottle, and it's going to get warm and nasty before you finish it.
Yeah. He would get past the halfway point before it was like, but he would never finish. He'd have like maybe that much left.
40
like,
because I have a bet with a friend. A friend put out a bet to a bunch of us, and we could all join. So I took him up on this bet, and someone else did, and then he said you can add something if you want, and the other guy added that the loser had to drink a 40.
You'll be fine. 40s are easy.
Well, I'm going to win the bet, so it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 40s it's just a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He didn't specify you had to drink it within a certain amount of time. So,
well, if you got to drink the whole thing, you would want to drink it in a certain amount of time. Just you don't want to drink a warm beer. Yeah, especially out of a 40. Because to me, the 40 is like that has to be like, all right, we're down to the last bit in the barrel. All right, get the 40 bottles.
Yeah, it's not the Dom Perignon of a beer of a liquor.
No, it's not Bud Light's Dom Perignon of the Bud Lights. It's like, it could come out of the Dom Perignon spot, but it'd be like, all right, we got the little bit left. All right, now you can fill up these 40s. And you're like, you sure, sir? Yeah, I mean, nobody would know the difference. It's the same beer.
Like
I'll let you know how that goes.
Shit, everybody's wasted. Bring out the garbage. Here's the 40.
So I'm gonna show this book that I'm packing up. Like I said, it is a sad day. It's actually the book Jarrell was talking about, saying I had 6 signatures. But
I saw that. Yeah, that's crazy.
You packing that book up? Did you sell it?
Yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did.
That is a lot of signatures.
Yeah, it's 3 signatures, 2 quotes. 2 quotes. It looks like a lot more because Ashley, how she signs her name, because she signs the A for Ahsoka Tano and Ashley all together, so it makes it look even more. But it looks like a lot just because, like I said, one of the voice actors put Anakin in his quote, so that's 3 things. She put her name in the name of the voice she does, Ahsoka Tano, and I Am No Jedi. And James Taylor, he put Obi-Wan, who did Obi-Wan for Clone Wars. So these are all the voice actors for Clone Wars.
My kids love that show. I never actually watched that show, but it's
this is like a book. It's like people get the voice actors all the time because first off, you're not going to get the cover artist for this, Dave Filoni. If anybody knows, he's doing stuff with Disney Plus. Yeah, you getting Dave Filoni to sign this book. That means you probably were at one of what he's producing of the shows and stuff.
Gotcha.
So getting Dave Filoni to do the autograph this book is probably that'd be more rare than anybody else on here, just because of getting him to sign something. But that's this is a newsstand. This is a newsstand copy.
Oh, really?
Newsstand copy 6.0, probably 1% because this is 2008.
Yeah, they didn't do much. There's not a lot of newsstand nowadays, so
yeah, so probably 1% of the population. This is probably more rare than the variant. I think they got the 1,000 copy. Like it's a variant copy that was 1,000 copies. I think the newsstand is actually rarer than that one. I don't think they have 1,000 newsstands of this book out.
And that came out 2008, you said?
Yes, 2008. So first appearance of Ahsoka Tano and Captain Rex in comics. So
nice.
Yeah, so that's the book I'm packing up. If anybody was wondering, what did I sell it for? You don't need to know. What am I getting with the money? You definitely don't need to know, but maybe you'll find out Friday.
You still have that FF45 and number 2? And
I got the 46. Yeah, it's a 46.
Oh, 46. Sorry, yeah.
46 first black
8.5. That's a nice one. Black bolt.
Yeah, and I do have the FF2.
4.5 CBCS.
3. I think it's 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
I think but I got those. I'm still selling.
What else did you have?
Showcase 34, the first Adam.
Oh yeah, the first Adam. That was like a 4 point. That was the 4
Yeah,
point.
4.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody, it's so funny. I was watching Elite Comics 11. A guy kept asking about that book, and I literally put in the chat. I said, because it's not like I'm taking business away, because Elite still is going to get a commission. So I told him, I said, they don't have one with Showcase 34. Because they answered that, and he had must have left. And I said, they have one on their page. So if you want one, go to the page and claim it. I like the book, but I want to divert those funds to other stuff. If that makes any sense,
That's a pretty good deal for a first appearance, though. That Adam.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a bargain.
Yeah, it's like that book is so cheap compared to like all you got to do is look up Showcase 22, which is just a little bit before it, and a 4.5. Look up that book in a 4.5. You're talking about thousands.
Oh yeah.
But you look at the first Adam in a 4.5, you don't even spend 8,000.
Yeah, even if you look up like Showcase 5, First Challenges the Unknown, or Showcase 34, which is First Metalman. Those are all more expensive. Adam's it's cheaper, I think.
Yeah.
Metalman might be similar.
Yeah. Well, I want to say I think the Metalman might be more expensive too.
Yeah,
I think strange about the Metalman. Some strange about the Metalman. I don't know why the Atom is cheaper, because the Atom is an older character than Ant-Man, so you would think,
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of weird how that goes about. But yeah.
I've been looking at those Flash trailers, and I'm actually I think that might be a good movie. I'm hoping.
It looks like it, but I want to see if people keep the same energy about certain actors that they do with Flash, because some people are not going to see certain Marvel movies because of certain actors.
Yeah,
but you're on mute, Bleak. But they're gonna see if they're gonna see the Flash movie and with the shit he's done.
Not allowed to be X-rated on Whodad's channel, but that Ezra Miller can.
Ezra Miller does. Ezra Miller sounds like he has some issues, but I try not to make the genetic fallacy. I watch the show, and I try to ignore the actors or the athletes or anybody else, because typically they're just people that have shit and bullcrap.
His whole genetic thing, his whole whatever, or their whole thing. Yeah. I honestly don't give a shit about any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's do what you want. It sounds like he has legitimate mental illness,
and he's got some issues, man. Yeah. They have some issues.
That's a nice grade for that book. That's a
White
nice grade.
White pages.
And it's white pages. So you could, to me, the white page effect for a book like that bumps it up to as if it's a 7.5, maybe even 8 for price.
Yeah, for DC books, like I know I've been watching you and a few other people, like when y'all get stuff, and I've been noticing, like that's what I've been telling people. Bleak knows that I've been saying it on the hunt. It's like if you got a DC book from the 60s and it has white pages.
You know what my weirdest book is, Whodat? I think it's Wiz Comics number 6 or something. 1.0 white pages.
Weird. That's really weird.
1.0 white pages.
I
still look at that book and go, that's how it's just I look at it and just don't even understand.
Is that even
right?
1941.
I got one better for you. I'm gonna have to find it. I know I have a picture of it because this is way back in the day. I had a Avengers 1.5 signed by Stan Lee. I don't know if they said what was wrong with the book, but the front and back cover looked like a freaking 9.0. It was so nice.
Really?
Yeah, but I think something might have been cut out.
Yeah, it was probably just incomplete.
But
because if it's incomplete, it'll just go right down to the. If you don't want it to have a qualified label, it'll be a 0.5 blue.
I think it had white pages though. I think it had white pages of 0.5. I think it did. It was funny. I remember that book. I was like, I gotta get rid of this. It was a beautiful book. I took pictures with it and everything. So.
Whodad, I think this is the first time I'm actually packing on your packing chat.
You're packing before me.
I don't think there's a Silver Age key in Marvel, at least, that you haven't had at some point in your life.
I would think so. Yeah, he's pretty.
No, I never had Hulk 1.
You never had Hulk 1.
Never had Hulk 1. I could name a few. I could probably name. It's easier for me to name the ones I haven't had than to name.
Yeah,
all of
no,
them.
I feel like you've had a lot of big ones. And you still have a number of them, right? You still have your Fantastic Four one, or did you? Yeah,
I still have my
Is it
one. I
5?
still have my X-Men one. I still have my ASM 14. Still have my FF2, obviously, but I'm kind of trying to keep certain ones. But FF2 I want to sell. I have my FF3, which I want to keep. That's why I kind of want to sell it too.
gotcha.
So I want to.
Why
keep
do you
my
want the
3.
3 instead of the 2? Just out of curiosity.
This is a 5.5.
Oh, it's a higher grade. Yeah,
I agree, and it's the first time they got the costume, the first
I
building.
love.
First
There's
car.
something about that number
And that
2.
cover's
I love
nice,
the yellow cover, and they still don't have costumes. There's something, and the scrolls, first scrolls.
Yeah,
It's a cool book. It's 10 center too.
I say it like this: I've been active / not actively selling it, so it's like,
Yeah,
I know I could sell it immediately, but they want me to sell it for a super discount, and I'm like, I can't sell FF2 3.5 for under $2,000. I'm sorry, I can't.
yeah.
Yeah,
At some point, you just say, "I'll just keep it then." If it comes down.
Even though they've had one sale in the last 8 months, at a certain price, that's why they want me to sell it there. But I'm not gonna sell it for less than I paid for it. And I bought it at a good deal. I didn't buy it at the market was going crazy. I bought it before that, and I got it at a good deal.
Yeah, I got a lot. I traded in my FF2 and I had a 4.5, but I bought it on eBay like 5 years ago, so it was really cheap compared to when it went to. Yeah.
But I'm like, I'll probably, if I can't get my money back on it, I'll keep it. What else I have? I have the FF4 as well.
Yeah, that's a nice
I
one.
still have that one. I have an FF7. I don't have a 6. No, not a 4.
Your FF4 is
No,
4.0 too. I recall.
No. I'm sorry. That's the FF5. That's
FF5 is 4.0. Yeah.
Doom. Yeah, Doom. I don't have my 4 anymore. I sold my 4, which I won't get that copy back again, but I could get that book back again because I sold it at, I think, a peak.
I got one. Doc.
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Oh,
There
that
you
is a big one.
And
I know
it-
Biggie and Dustin are in chat. They love that book too.
It is in dynamite.
That's a big
shape.
book.
It's in really, really sweet shape.
That is beautiful.
Are you selling that? You gonna sell that one?
Yeah, this is a sale. A customer came in and asked me to try and sell it for them. So
Oh, a consignment. All right.
yeah, it's a consignment comic. So I'm
I
pretty.
could tell you that if we get the right people on IG, that will sell.
Yeah, this is it's in, like I said, it's in dynamite shape, man.
Is Dustin getting his Fantastic Four 1? I was watching the show briefly, and he's talking about trying to get. He's when it works for a 1.0 FF1.
Oh, I already know what it is. He just gave a hint, Mr. Freeze.
Oh, Mr. Freeze.
We saw that.
I don't even know that.
Batman 121.
Yeah, he said, "I'm gonna give you a hint," and I'm like, dude, you give
What grade? What grade did you get that in, Dustin? Do you know? Or are you getting?
He's getting it tomorrow. He said he's trying to sell.
Didn't
trying to
Kelly
sell.
Comics show that on the hunt recently? He showed.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, Callie showed up Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, that's a good book.
You should.
I've been slowly getting Batman and Superman kind of big to semi-big books. Like I showed you the Flash, I got that. Well, I actually won the
if I
Flash,
may
like,
say,
20.
Huda, what's the like GPA on that 7.0 Reverse Flash first appearance?
The funny thing is, I don't think they have
A
I have
recent
GPA. I actually have GPA pulled up. Like it's so fun. I was watching Elite Comics 11 sale, and good thing you weren't watching because they had some books that you probably been like, oh snap.
Yeah.
But some of the books you might already have because they had the Submariner's first cover.
I saw that I saw it Marvel Comics 4.
Yeah, they had that one. They had the Cap one.
That was Travis Kawana was
Travis
on?
Kawina. Yeah, Kawina.
Yeah.
I like Travis. Travis cool.
I like Travis, but his Golden Age prices, it's cheaper for me to go on Heritage and just get it directly on auction.
No, that's why I don't buy his Golden Age. I buy his silver. I buy his Silver Age. He'll give crazy deals on Silver Age.
Yeah. And I actually have a restored of that I bought a number of years ago. It was one of these. I saw it on a weekly auction. I put one bid on it, and it had me as a highest bidder. And then I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning. I was like, "Oh shit! I actually won that. Goddamn!"
Oh, nice.
Well, the price. The last sale was April, so it was this month with $1,200. Maybe
For a
let me see if I can-
7.0?
Yeah, for 7.0.
Ah,
The
that's
thing
cheap.
is, I'm about to click and see if I can click because sometimes they let you click on it, you can see the page quality and stuff. Because obviously, yeah, this one's off white to white pages.
Yeah, so
So
you could probably put at least another $400 on that for white pages at least.
probably could actually put 1,000 over.
You
it.
might, yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
just because when are you gonna get a white pager?
And they were like, nah, they canceled my bid at like the last day. They were like, nah, I guess nobody bid on it or didn't bid for high enough. And they were like, nah, this is canceled, this auction. I'm like, fuck off.
What's up, Tricky Trapster?
The other
going
thing,
on?
Travis, was he selling his Cap One? He had a Cap One 4.5. Was he selling it?
I don't know if that was his or somebody else. I think that was somebody
I
else's.
saw it on his site, so I was like, "That's a nice book."
Yeah, that was somebody else's.
Gotcha.
It wasn't. It was because they had like 4 people there that were selling.
Yeah, he
But,
also had a Wiz One 0.5.
That was
27
very
gram.
intriguing. That was
Yeah.
very intriguing. Just because
Now I
that's
didn't get to
another one
see.
you don't see.
Did you know the detail on it? Was it like a complete 0.5, or was it just missing the back? Was it missing?
I think it was
something?
missing the back cover or something.
Was it the Promise collection one? The Promise one was a 0.5 missing back cover.
No, yeah, which is crazy. That was like the lowest grade book I think they had.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm picking up the Black Hawk, Mr. Freeze 2.0. Black Hawk.
Blackhawk, Mr. Freeze. I'm not sure what that is, Dustin. You're gonna have to educate me.
Yeah. You can jump in.
I do like my Blackhawk interest though is like really early Blackhawk. Later DC Blackhawk is fun, but I don't know a lot of the detail on it, so I don't know.
What's up, Callie? You said his name, Bleeker, and he pops in.
There it is.
He pops in, man. I've been looking at the Mr. Freeze, but I haven't found one I want, and I haven't had the money yet. But.
Yeah, I have someone at my LCS has a 4.5 first Mr. Freeze, but he loves Batman and he always throws up big prices for Batman. So it's
I got a phone
too
call.
expensive.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go. Bleak will take over.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You're on the spot, Bleak.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool, man. That's all right. I got Houdat and I are actually doing a sale pretty soon. So.
Oh yeah, what are you selling? Come on.
Might as well do
I saw
a
what
little
Houdat's selling.
A little pre-sale, just a couple of books that I'm gathering together for now. You saw that Captain America 100 there.
What do you think the grade on of that Cap one is?
Oh man, 7 maybe.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't even know what that goes for nowadays. Easy.
It's a really nice high grade one.
What does he want? What does your consigner want? What is your?
He wants 500.
500
or 550 Canadian. So I think that's like 380 or 420 America or something like that.
All right. He's getting a Black Hawk 17.
That's Black Cat and Mary Jane version.
Black Hawk 117. All right, I got to look that up.
What's up, BLC? What's going on? He's at work.
Houdat's back.
Yeah, my wife asked me for what I wanted to eat, if I wanted some Chick-fil-A. And I said, I'll take some Chick-fil-A. But I want the spicy chicken sandwich.
Dustin, you want to see a good Black Hawk? I just happen to have this nearby, man. This is Black Hawk 19 from 1948.
Hold on.
I'm a child. Every time
crap, what am I doing? I don't know what happened on the screen. Hold up.
Reed Crandall cover, red cover, Tommy gun. That to me is one of the simplest, but elegant book.
That's wicked. Red, yellow, blue. Both.
Yeah. I like the Tommy gun.
Yeah, the Tommy gun, and it's Reed Crandall, he's a famous Golden Age.
Yeah, you got
Golden Age.
F yeah. He said, dude just reloaded. He says, I'm after a high grade 108.
And Dustin, let me just show you this since Houdat, one other book I got to show Dustin.
Well, you can show it.
And Biggie,
but
Biggie's already seen this. This is Military Comics #1, first appearance of Black Hawk.
Huh.
1.8, so it's pretty low grade.
It doesn't matter. It's the first appearance.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, creamed off white.
I like how Doc tells us
1941.
that's pretty low grade. It's like, yeah, but I'm never gonna get one.
Yeah, exactly.
They had an 8.5 go on auction. I went for it, but it went for like 10 grand. I was like, can't spend on that.
That still seems kind of cheap.
I know. I actually agree with you. Who dat? If I had more funds, I might have pushed that one because it seems like an 8.5 for a first ever Blackhawk. It was one of the top graded ones.
I'm about to say, yeah, they got to be like in the top 3 graded or something.
Yeah, no doubt.
That seems like certain times. Sometimes you see those books like that, and they go for like when you said the price, I was like, wait, you missed a zero?
Yeah, yeah. You're some of those quality comic characters, Plastic Man, Blackhawk, Spirit. Those aren't actually. They're DC and Timely characters, Submariner, Captain America. That's like a crazy level, and then you go down a lower level for the quality comics.
Yeah, it's like I think
Plastic Man's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I think somebody was selling like the Blonde Phantom.
Yeah, Blonde Phantom, but that's
it wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be.
yeah.
That's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's just it's just wild to me. That's like, I guess that's like comparing, like you said, FF. When you got FF books, like FF 52 is very expensive, but FF 36, the first Medusa, you get like the same grade of this one and save like $2,000. So,
and what a great first appearance! She's like everybody's hanging. She's like hanging from her hair. And she has the spot Pete and all those dudes
holding on to her. Yeah, yes.
That one cracks. Yeah. Callie, you have good taste, man. That's a good book.
What's up, Guy Forge? How you doing? If y'all want to see what book I sold in packing up that I'm very sad about.
Yeah, come on.
You have to go back. You have to go back because it's already bubble wrapped.
Oh yeah, well, you already showed it to us, though, right?
Yeah. I should like I have to rewind it, but yeah, I'm sad about it, but I'm okay.
I packed up.
I'm thinking I have to watch Clone Wars because I'm watching Mandalorian with my son, and he's like, "Oh, that guy was on Clone Wars. That guy was on Clone Wars." I'm like, I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it too because I don't know any of these things.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of backstory and characters there that my kids know all of the details, and I don't know shit.
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be like that for a Ahsoka show, and I'm like, definitely gonna have to watch some Clone Wars or some Rebels before August because her show comes out in August.
All I know is I loved Andor, man. That's my favorite Star Wars show I've seen in a long time.
That was like, I don't know how to describe it, but a lot of people didn't like it because it was slow. But
it had a story that developed.
Story.
I mean, I thought it was
it was a very good story because they could do that with more characters. You don't even have to be Andor, who we've seen before. They could do it with a new character.
And it had very little Force stuff, very little, it was more of just a straight up story of semi-regular people, taking risks, and it was I just loved it.
Yeah, so like they could do that more often. I think that might have been a test.
Yeah.
For that show, but it's like, let's see how this turns out. But I don't know if it got enough views for it, but it was a good show, and I think they can do more of that.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
So, but I'm excited about Ahsoka. I do like Rosario Dawson. She's probably like one of my favorite actresses. I've seen a lot of her movies. So
now, Huda, you pay a lot more attention than I do. You're always on the pulse of all the movie stuff. What are you thinking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I mean, I'm a huge fan of that franchise there. That particular.
I think it's going to be an emotional movie. I think it's going to be a very emotional movie, and I think it's over 2.5 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
Emotional.
So, yeah. The reason why I say emotional is because they're going to have at least 2 characters, maybe 3 die.
Really?
Yeah. And I kind of got my theory of that's why I said maybe 3, because Batista, who plays Drax, said this is his last time playing that.
Right.
The girl who plays Nebula, who's actually a very attractive lady without the makeup. I'm just being honest. like because like with the makeup, you're like, oh god, but like when you see her in like you're like, that's the same lady. You're like, yeah. She said it was the last time her playing Nebula, and they're doing all these scenes with Rocket that everybody think Rocket's gonna die. So that's why I said two. Maybe
now,
two.
Rocket seems like the one person you could always have there because it's pretty much just a computer generated, and then you get someone's voice that's similar, or I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what costs more: all the makeup on Drax and Nebula, or the CGI for Rocket. So that I guess you could kill both of them off and save money with Rocket, but yeah, I got a feeling. That's why I say it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be emotional. People, anybody who have any like anybody likes those characters, I think I think they're gonna bite the dust.
But I remember hearing Batista's not gonna do it anymore. So that I guess that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. What I want to say. What's his name? Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt said, hopefully he can, I guess, do the role, like do his character again. So I don't think he dies.
Okay.
Gamora, I don't think she dies because she just came back. She died and she came back.
Yeah, as long as Star-Lord, Gamora, and
Groot.
Well,
you gotta have the
Groot's
muscle.
another one. It's a computer generated thing. So
yeah, but he doesn't say a lot of lines. He just says I'm Groot. So it's like
that's just what is it, Vin Diesel or something?
Yeah, Vin Diesel. Yeah, they said Vin Diesel. I think did the line. He does it a couple times.
Yeah, they could just make him say a bunch of different versions of Groot, and they never have to have him come to the studio again.
Yeah, so like that's what I was like. But he's like the muscle more. Well, I don't know if he's the. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I think they're gonna get a whole new team. He said Andor. First 2 episodes of Andor got better, best. Yeah, the show got better.
Yeah, it slowed a little. It was a little slow to start. I agree with that, but
yeah, but that's why they dropped. I think for the first 3 episodes. When the show came out, they said here's 3 episodes. Because we know if we give you 1 episode, you're going to be like, what is this trash?
I feel like attention span of people nowadays, if it's not immediately, old movies used to take a while to develop, and you had to sit there and get a story for a while,
Hey, Biggie, it's to get Groot. That's damn near a golden age book.
Groot's a big one.
Expensive.
I've never owned the first Star-Lord, the magazine. I've actually never had that book.
I actually have 2 of them.
You have 2 of them.
They could talk when it come back because it's not an expensive book. It's not expensive unless you get like a expensive. 9.
I've bid for it a few times when it was like a 9.6 or 9.8, and then it got.
That's expensive. What I said. That's when it's expensive. If it's under a 9.0,
yeah, no doubt I could have gotten.
It's like a couple $100.
Yeah,
it's so cheap. And I do have 2 of them. I'm going to keep 1.
First, now are they going to bring in Starhawk? Actually, I think they had Sylvester Stallone looking like he was Starhawk originally.
I think they said they have a new trailer. You see him. You see him like in like some kind of suit. In space.
Because as you and I know, the Guardians of the Galaxy in the movie is nothing like the actual Guardians of the Galaxy. So there's plenty of room to do some different people.
The only person that kind of was in the movie that was part of the original team was Handu.
Yandu, yeah.
Yandu.
Yeah, and he was he was tangentially associated, but not.
Yeah. Like on part 2, he was like more like part of the team. Yeah, he got kicked out of his.
That's true. He was more involved.
Yeah, so
you still got Martin X. You got Charlie 27 and Nikki and Vance Astro. You got a lot of theoretical.
Yeah, you got a lot of. Well, it's a lot of. Then it's I don't think they've shown. I think all of the original ones. I think in like clips of stuff, but it looks good. I think it's going to be a good movie overall.
I hope so.
Like I said, I think they're going to kill off characters, but we're going to get Warlock. He might be part of the new Guardians.
Wow. Okay, that's an interesting one. Adam Warlock. I always felt like the ship sort of sailed because Adam Warlock is so tied to Thanos. Like, how do you bring him in now?
The funny thing is, they could have brought him in because they showed the cocoon on Guardians 2, which was like that was filmed all before all of this other stuff. Right. So they could have slid him in, but I guess James Gunn told him no. Yeah, they could have slid him in a long time ago. But
I still like the comic character.
Yeah, we might get Warlock. Oh yeah, Pip the Troll made an appearance. We get Pip. Who else? We might get Drax's daughter. What's her name? Oh man, not Madam McEvil. Because she tells her name and then she changed the name to. Damn, I have the book too. It's behind me. I'm gonna get it. Hold on.
What about Moondragon? I think of those guys. I also think of Moondragon with those.
That's what I'm talking about, actually. Moondragon.
Yeah. Is that Drax's daughter?
Yeah.
How did I not know that? But
hold on, I'm gonna get the book. I got the book behind.
Blake, wake up.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
You watching Rob? You're watching Rob and Matt back there with Puff.
Oh
yeah. I got the.
Old for this shit.
I like when they go through eBay and they say how ridiculous prices are. That's my favorite part of their show. It's awesome.
eBay. Oh yeah, first Moondragon.
Yep. Issue right before. Right before Thanos.
That's a nice grade, 9.4.
Yeah. I could have bought 2 9.4s, but I'm never.
You're keeping that for your daughter?
Oh yeah. That's why I was like back there. I got some dust on it. I got some dust on the Mylar.
Yeah,
I had it hidden behind.
That's right. That's right before 55, right? It's 54.
Yep. It's 54 right before the Drax and
the Blood Brothers
and Blood Brothers.
I always like to say it's the first appearance of the Blood Brothers.
Yeah, or Star Fox. You can say Star Fox. And it actually is a really good cover too.
It's a great cover.
Yeah, really good cover. I think I remember reading the story because I had like a reader copy, and I think something happened. Like him and Namor fight. And I think
they actually fight a lot. There's a lot of Iron Man versus Submariner.
And I think his
fighting everybody though. He's just sort of a disagreeable guy, I guess.
Yeah, I think his AI told him to keep him away from the water, if I remember correctly, but he didn't. He started getting his butt kicked. Yeah. A guy had 2 9.4s, and I only ended up buying one. It was like really cheap. This is like years ago. This was like my daughter's 7, so this might have been 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. Probably 5 years ago. It was like one of the first books that made me decide to start getting books to pass along to her.
Yeah.
It's it's supposed to have the soul stone stuck in his forehead, but hey, he actually still could have it stuck in his head.
That's true. High Evolutionary in the Guardians, right?
Yeah, he could actually still get it put in his head with the new how the movies are going now, because Cap returned all of the stones.
And it makes sense that High Evolutionary and Adam Warlock are really linked. So if that's the main protagonist, I guess that of Guardians, that makes sense that Warlock would be rearing his head.
Yes, I've had a couple of those, Biggie, but I only have one left. I've been slowly kind of giving the community a book that I think is going to be worth a lot more. So, but this is my 9.4. It's not going anywhere. That's my last copy.
What are you going for, Huda? Are you going for something big? Or is it a secret?
No. It's something nice, but it's not nothing crazy big. I already bought it, so it's not nothing. It's not nothing crazy.
All right, crazy. Yeah, you'll do an unveiling at some point.
Yeah. I'll probably show it off. If I get it by the hunt, you'll probably see it on the hunt. But I did buy some other stuff. That I'll probably show offline. I can show it offline because you guys are not in the tag match.
You don't know that, buddy.
I still have money in the bank. I can show up wherever I want at some point.
Well, then I won't show you guys. Then
2 ex-champions. I can.
Yeah.
I
just gotta call. I just gotta give Tone a call, and he'll usually throw me on something if I.
Callie calling me chicken because I don't want to show the book. I ain't showing I ain't talking about the book, Callie, I got, and I'm not gonna show the 2 books that I got. So.
We're not doing a good job of getting him to show his books. Please.
I feel like we're not. Well, I mean, we're going to take up. We're not even going to be on the hunt.
Nope. Look, nope. I know that even matter. Look, I'll
Do what you want. Show the books.
I'll put this book back.
My landlord selling my place that I just moved into, so I might have to move again. Yay me.
Oh man, that's a
Yeah,
drag.
man, this fucking blows, dude.
I'll show you
I was
these.
just about to say, I like your new getup back there, right there.
All right, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you this one though. This is
What's the
Daredevil
pedigree?
72. What is it? Northland pedigree.
All right.
Came with the, the little COA. It's the first appearance of Tega, whatever this character is.
Oh, yeah.
The first appearance, 9-0 pedigree from Northland. I'll show you that one. And
He's shown these before. He's cheating.
nah, yeah, I did have shown these before
He's
once.
showed these off. We want new books with that.
I'm sure, but I'm telling Doc, man, this is, man, I still might play this book. This book I might play. 9-9.
Oh,
Yeah, you.
oh, fuck.
Ooh,
you.
9-9.
That's fucking sweet.
9-9, one per store.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
have
guys.
199. It's a qualified 9-9 though.
Yeah, this is my only 9-9 I have. So yep. And I got it for like,
Who dat? You know what my qualified 9-9 is?
it's the acetate.
Yeah, it's the.
I
A
had to
friend of
think
mine
of
basically gave it to me as a gag gift.
Terrible.
I remember now. I remember, like,
Yeah.
my wife's calling
It
me.
cracks me up, man.
She stays calling me. I'll be back.
Yeah, I do not have a 9-9. That's still. I'm still waiting.
I don't have a 10-0 or a 9-9.
No.
Here, Bleak, this is one of my favorite pre-code I got recently. This
Let me
is.
see. Ah, beautiful, buddy.
Look at that, dude. That is the badass zombie.
That is friggin'
The
awesome.
clouds, the dark sky. I mean, to me, this is one of my favorite covers.
Yeah,
in the
that's
pre-code.
sick. Yeah, what's the grade on that? 3.0?
Yeah, 3.0.
Beautiful.
I got it from a buddy of mine on Instagram who is trying to get some bigger books, so he was selling some stuff.
Sure.
And that, I love that. This is one of my top 5 pre-code for sure.
You've done a change around on your comic book collecting, and or at least you said you were doing that. Are you going way more Golden Age now? Is that-
Well, right now I'm Golden Age heavy, but trust me, I'm eyeing all. Bronze and silver are still. I love it, man. All my friends who are Golden Age are like, "Oh, you'll never get that stuff back." I'm like, whatever, we'll see. This is Captain Nazi versus Captain Marvel here, Master Comics,
amazing.
CBCS. Rat Mac Raboy cover.
Very cool.
This is actually a tough book to get. I mean, they're all tough to get.
I would imagine all the books that you have are tough books to get, my man.
Yeah. Here's another one of my favorite pre-code. Witch's Tales. He's ringing the bell, and the bell is a corpse head.
That's awesome.
This is from this is Witch's Tales 25.
I would definitely buy all of that stuff. It's just out of my league, bro.
It's a tough. I got this from. Do you know DS Comics? He used to do a lot on YouTube, but he had a kid, and he's tied down, but he's still on Instagram.
All right.
Yeah, he's got.
Right now, I'm looking to make a trade. I really want a Ultimate Fallout 4, and I've got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures number 198 Canadian price variant. So I'm trying to do a trade.
Now for Ultimate Fallout 4, do you want high? Like you going for?
Yeah, I'm going for a high grade on that. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna give away a 9.8, 3 first appearance, top 5 Ninja Turtles book. For nothing.
Yeah, I get that. That's to me that even though that book's come down recently, it's a good time to get it, honestly. And
So, yeah.
I think Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen, if you want to get her first appearance, Edge of Spider-Verse 2, those are solid purchases even now. They're
I love the character.
can't go wrong.
I like that Spider-Man's young again. I like that he's I don't know, it's just a good character.
The way they did Edge of Spider-Verse, I thought that was very well done.
Me
And
too. Me too.
you know, they didn't say we're going to replace. It's just a different. It's, you know, with the alternate realities and the things you can do and the things you can do, the gimmicks.
Yeah.
You can make it work very well.
Absolutely. It's pretty good, man. It's not too bad. I
That's
enjoy it.
I was looking to get a first appearance of Spider Noir,
Okay.
but that's the Nick Cage, the one that Nick Cage sort of did the voice for.
Yeah.
That one's got a little expensive recently, but if I see one, with those books, I want 9/8. I don't want.
You sort of have to, right?
Yeah.
You can't, I've been offered 9.4s and I've been offered raw copies in polybags and stuff, and I press comic books, but I can't really take the chance of it not being a 9.8.
Yeah. It's
Modern books, man, they have to be 9.8s. You know, even Bronze Age books, you want them to be pretty close to 9.8s. You know,
it depends on the book. Like a Hulk 181, you can get a low grade of that, and that's still
sure. You can get a 3.
Or, you know, giant size X-Men one. Those big books, low grade are fine, but you're right. If you want something that's just a cool book and you want it to have value, you want it to be a 9. You want it to be a high grade.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah, it's
Bit of a grade snob when it comes to books. You know, but the older the book you get, like it's less. So like Silver Age books, I really like 6.5s to 7s. Golden
how about
Age.
1.0?
Whoa, but it's
Fantastic Comics number 1.
See that you got to take that though. That's amazing.
It is tape, but it's like this is a crazy cover. And
It looks really good. How does it get a 1.0 and get that?
It
good?
has tape on the cover. You can see that tape. It has a tape pull,
All right.
and but it's a Lou Fine cover, Fox Featured Syndicate, first Samson, and it has good page quality. It has creamed off white. So, I mean, I have at least 10 brittle books because Golden Age sometimes you have no choice, man. But
You can put a little bit of moisture back into the books.
you know, if worse comes to worse, I could send it to somebody to put some leaf casting to help preserve the pages. Then it becomes a conserve grade, but at least you preserve the book. And I would definitely be willing to do that.
Yeah. When I do pressing, I have to put moisture back into the books, and I do it.
Yeah.
I do it with a natural process. So.
Yeah.
You can do that. It does, but you know, it's definitely dangerous.
Yeah. It's for Golden Age books, you want to send it to someone who's used to Golden Age books. There's a lot of people who press and clean and do a great job. But if you're not used to, it's a little different. You know, it's just different paper, different.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You're not wrong.
Yeah, but you press and clean your own stuff?
Yeah. I press and clean for both the local comic shops in my area. I press and clean for a lot of people, actually. I do a lot of pressing and cleaning.
Nice.
Yeah, I did for a while.
Now you're saying your landlord's selling your place again, or what's going on?
Yeah. He's selling the apartment, and you know, the last people that walked through, they're like, they want everybody out. They want to upgrade the apartment, and they want people that are going to pay more rent. So you know, that's how that works. The rich come in, they buy the shit up.
And is that what happened to your last place too?
That's exactly what happened to my last place.
Now, is Canadian real estate going nuts where people are just like you get these investors buying up places? And
it's gone down quite a bit now. It's sort of evened out a little bit, but yeah, it's still fucking crazy, man. Everybody that is, so I live probably an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Toronto.
Right.
Everybody from Toronto is sort of coming down here, buying up all the properties.
You're near Niagara, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they're buying all the properties at expensive mortgages. So they've got to charge a lot more. They're kicking everybody out, blah, blah, blah. It's a nightmare, man.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? I think the only thing you can do now is somebody in my position is find somebody to move, like to buy a house with. I don't think you can buy a house by yourself anymore around here. Like they're $500,000 most places, even for garbage places, $500,000.
Oh, really? So it's gone. The real estate's real land is that thing that's a limited. I mean, it's
limited. That's true, but it's never really yours anyway.
Yeah,
you can't, even if you buy something, it's not yours. The government still owns it, technically.
They can definitely push you out if they want to.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
I forgot to show you this book, Doc, really good. I don't know if you've seen the new magazine slabs.
I have not.
Yeah, they let's see, I got an old one too right now. So,
The old ones are painful.
yeah, well, you know how the old ones look. So I don't have to
Yeah,
do
I have plenty of
All
old
right.
ones, and they
All
annoy
right,
me.
but if you notice, you see how it's more.
Ooh,
It's
Nice.
more. You see how it's more like centered.
yeah,
It's more
Very
centered.
clear, too. It's
they have
very
more notes on it too. Looks
Yeah,
like.
it's clearer. The slash clear, but also this is inserted,
Oh, nice.
so it's not no sticker anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That
So it's not sticker. The sides look different, as you can kind of. If you remember the old ones,
Oh
the
yeah.
old one was kind of like a foggy.
yeah.
Oh,
Like a
it's
cheap,
just
like a
awful.
real cheap.
To me, the
Yeah.
magazine cases were just awful. Period. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
great.
yeah. They were just awful. They redesigned this in the back. You notice the back has a QR code,
Nice.
but it also has, as you can see, my fingers in between this.
Okay, so it has a. Oh wow.
Like it has like where you can grab it. You know,
Got the
it's
lip.
like so
So
not
you're
stopping
saying
you.
I gotta reslab my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle books?
I'm actually going to do that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, because I'm actually going to send not now, but I'm going to send it probably in the next, probably after I come back from a vacation. I'll probably send my TMNT 1 first print to get reslabbed. Probably my number 2 as well. I'll probably send both of those and just get them recased with the new, because these case, and it's stronger too. That's another thing I forgot to say.
It
It's
looks-
like when you,
Yeah. And
You remember
also,
when you
a
would
lot of
grab 'em?
times the paper was sort of falling around and
Yeah.
it just wasn't. Yeah.
like, you know how you knew you would grab them and it would make that noise?
Did you
It would
slap
make
that
that.
whole collection?
Yes.
with that? Did you slap that whole collection, the Last Ronin, or no?
No. This is just one. I actually had it raw, and like I said, it was a crazy deal, dude. I think it was like under $100. The guy was selling it at $99. So I ended up buying it, sold my raw copy for basically almost the same price as this one, and kept the $99.
Well, that's good to know because Golden Age collectors have a special relationship with magazine slabs too. Because every once in a while, you get the Golden Age book with a spine roll, and they put it in a freaking magazine case, and we hate that. It's like the worst thing. This one here, I got it, and it was actually in a magazine case.
Oh
And then
yeah, I think you showed that one off. I think before it was.
Yeah, it was in a magazine case. I sent it to Kenny Sanderson, and it was a 1.8 in a magazine case, and he cleaned it up and took out the spine roll. Now it's in a regular case 2.0, so it was
Yeah,
definitely worth it.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that book.
Yeah, that's a nice.
Kenny does great with some Golden Age stuff.
Oh yeah,
Golden Age stuff.
Kenny and Phantom Restoration are the Golden Age guys. Jerry Jitterbug does a lot too. I think at some point I'm going to send him something too.
He
does a
says,
lot of
"I am not here anymore. Who that you can show and talk about your new books."
The problem, Callie, is Bleak and I are still here, and
Sure.
The funny thing is, I haven't even shown Tone, and he's my tag team partner. So
there you go.
That's
You can
how
even
it is.
surprise him, like just show it, and he doesn't even know. Yeah.
Man, Tone, but like Tone is different animal. Tone doesn't care. He showed us in the chat. If any, like, we have the little Hunt locker room chat. He posted the book he got in.
He does. He posts
Yeah,
everything.
he's
like,
going to advertise it and show it up.
He don't care. He do not care. Because the one thing about it, you don't know when he's gonna play it.
Yeah.
You could be ready, like I'm gonna show this, or like but
Yeah.
he you don't know when he's gonna play it, and you think you're gonna have these lines ready to talk about that book, but if you don't know when he's gonna play it, you kind of it's gonna throw you off.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it. Just show a lot of different things and keep you guessing.
My book is passed for good. I just gotta secure it up.
Yeah, Callie, that's the first. Callie's. It's the first Batman Joker cover for Batman
Yeah,
comics, but not for
for
Detective
Batman.
Comics.
Yeah, he was on Detective.
It's controversial what the first Detective Comics. People say number 40, but that really is sort of it. It was sort of retconned into being Clayface in the story, but it really is Joker because it's the cover of Detective Comics 40 is the splash page for Batman 1, and it's Joker in Batman 1, so it's confusing.
I don't like Robert Pattinson Batman, but I am looking forward to seeing Clayface in a movie. He's one of my favorite bad guys.
They said he's gonna be in the new one.
Yeah. There's been some hubbub. I've seen some pictures.
None of it talking about Mr. Freeze too.
Mr. Freeze would be a good one. I'd like to see him in the Joker universe, the one that they did with
What's up, dope?
Dope.
what was it, Joaquin Phoenix or whatever. I'd like to see a Mr. Freeze in that universe. I think it would be a really good. They could probably do another fucking $1 billion movie if they did it. But
yeah, but
What
Do
do
you
I
think Joaquin Phoenix would come into the regular universe?
no, they can't let that.
Yeah, I
happen.
wouldn't.
Happen.
For some reason, I just even though I actually haven't seen that Joker yet, and I want to see it, but I don't think that would.
It's amazing, bro.
Yeah, no, I've heard.
Just
good
as a
things about it.
movie, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh, Archie.
There it is, buddy.
That's another one Travis has. He has Pep 22 for 28 grand or 40 grand.
40 grand, yeah.
40 grand. Somebody, yeah, me and Blake were talking about it before we went live.
Yeah.
Somebody offered him 31,000. I said, yeah. I said it was a strong lowball offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, to ask for a $10,000 discount.
Hey, man, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, but I always say it's all about what you have invested into it. It's all, it's all you can give. If you're not a dealer, you can give better discounts and deals than people really realize, So
Yeah.
that's why I want to
Is
see
Travis,
Black
is he
Man.
actually a dealer or is he's a collector who likes to
He's
sell?
just a collector. This is a collector that likes to sell certain things.
Yeah.
They just see
Yeah.
Travis collects all kind of stuff, man. He got
We
tennis
who like
shoes,
collecting
hats.
World War II covers find Archie annoying because that Pep 22 cover is a great war cover, but it's so expensive because of freaking Archie.
Black Mask. Do you want to see dope comics? I'd like to see Black Mask too. That'd be cool.
well, you got to see a redone Black Man since he was in, like Callie said, he was in Birds of Prey.
Yeah, it was, but
I never saw that one.
I didn't either. And I have to say, I usually watch all the movies, and I didn't watch that one because I've heard it was so bad that I didn't
Yeah. I'll take a pass sometimes. I haven't seen
Yeah.
Quantum Mania too. Speaking of movies I haven't seen,
that wasn't bad. I've seen worse from Marvel.
and it's not that I even haven't seen it because it was bad or whatever. It's
it was
I'll
okay.
tell you like this.
it's a pass by.
I'll tell you like this. Jonathan Majors was amazing as Kane. I hope they don't try to recast him because of his troubles. I mean, they gave Robert Downey Jr. another shot, and this guy actually Robert Downey Jr. actually went to jail. So
is that still ongoing with that guy? That guy's. I think because there's a.
Well,
he said he was innocent.
the reason why it's ongoing is because New York hasn't dropped the charges.
Right.
Even though they said they have video evidence, they got the taxi cab driver. They got taxi cab driver dispute. Yeah, even the girlfriend recanted what happened. In text messages. So they got all this evidence, but they still didn't. Yeah, they still haven't dropped the case.
Again, I try not to pay attention to what these people do. I just want to enjoy the product.
That's what, and I tell people that all the time. I tell people it's like try to disconnect real life from a fake movie. Well, I should say a real movie that's fake, but try to disconnect because there are so many people that hate Brie Larson. I'm like, just go watch the movie. Don't watch.
Yeah.
You're not watching Brie Larson. You're watching Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Spectrum. That's what
she
watch.
plays Miss Marvel. It's not that I don't like Brie Larson. I think she's fine, but the way she plays Miss Marvel is what I don't like about her.
And the funny thing, we talked about, I think that's how they writing her because
it's like it could be very much that they're just
because the only reason I say that, and I'm just saying, I'm just going by like when you get to certain levels of status, or you could be your whatever profession you're in, you could be electrician, actress, whatever, you can be whatever. But for a person that's won an Oscar and she's acting the same way, to me, that's how they told her to do that.
Again, she could be the victim of bad writing. They're they're trying to push this, that, and the other.
Or even bad direction. Like they could have directed her to act that way. Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
The writing, I don't think was bad in her first movie, and in stuff she's been on. It's just I think they kind of make her kind of stone, like stiff.
Yeah, very stiff, very flat affect. Not very. But I agree with you. It doesn't look like she's supposed to be some personable character. She's not the Miss Marvel of the comic book.
Yeah, and Miss and Miss
Yeah.
Marvel is the Miss Marvel, like the new,
Right.
the younger girl.
Right.
She's supposed they made her like the Miss Marvel of the.
That's the only one I didn't watch. That's
And you got the new Marvels. You got Monica Rambeau and you got the Kamala Khan. We'll see. You know.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Monica Rambeau. She was
Bleecker, I tell you like this, it was and I'm just going by shows. It's probably one of the best, probably the top two.
really, eh? It was more made for children, though. I would imagine.
Which show? Which show?
More
I blanked out. What show?
Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan show.
The only one I didn't
Okay.
watch, the
I'll
Marvel.
have to check it out. I really got behind on the shows. I basically watched WandaVision, which I actually enjoyed.
I did
And
too.
I watched Loki, which I enjoyed.
Loved it.
I sort of started Winter Soldier and I got derailed. It's not that I didn't like it, but I just got busy and I sort of didn't get back to it. So I have a few, and then I haven't seen anything from the shows from that point.
Yeah, it's just that one because I thought it was going to be for kids. That's all. That's the only reason.
Well, it's not for kids. It's for young adults / teenagers. Let me say it like that.
So it's like watching The Flash season 2.
Yes.
All right.
You can say it like that. You can say it like that. You can say it like that. But just with a female lead.
All right.
Just
fair
with a
enough.
female lead.
I don't mind the female lead. I think it's awesome. Actually.
What's up, Brian? Brian, who's doing the what is it?
CBC Awards?
CBC. Well, he can correct it. I don't want to say it miscorrectly.
Nothing to see here, Brian. Move on, Brian. Nothing to see here. Nah.
It's so funny is he popped in a couple of, I think like one time before, me and Bleecker was like, I didn't even know you followed me. He goes, I watch everybody.
He's the watcher.
I was like, I didn't know that, but that's the award show, CBCA, Comic Book Community Awards. I do know the title. I just didn't know the acronym. But I was watching some of what's his name, CJ. CJ was talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all saw. He was talking about it. I fell asleep because I was like, I was thinking about getting on the show because that would have kept me up when he kept posting a link. But I was like, I'm laying down. I don't want to get up.
Yeah, I also same thing, bro.
Yeah, I saw you in the chat too. It's like, hey, Bleeker's probably like me, just laying down, don't feel like getting up. Because I could have got on there and I'd have stayed up and I'd have watched the rest of it. But I don't think, did they have I'm gonna fell asleep. Do they have an award for like I guess collector of the year or
they might
unboxing? Yeah, well, Brian could tell us if they have that. I missed it when CJ was talking about it, Brian.
Can you put the link in the chat of where to go to vote for these community awards?
I think K-pop can, because I think she's a moderator.
Yeah, like
I know she did it last time. I know she.
If you want, like, just because I think it's pretty cool, and you should vote for Who Dat, and the Hunt.
Yeah,
I don't know about Who Dat, but I have a few recommendations. No, I'm just kidding.
And these two have both been on To Slab or Not to Slab. Doc, thanks for your
yes, that was fun, dude.
That was fucking awesome. I loved it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you like this. I think
it's funny. I actually went for a Voltron 9.8 on Heritage that day.
Nice.
It went for like $300. I was like, shit.
Yeah,
maybe you should if a high grade, you should slab that book, which is my real opinion. But I was in character, just having fun bashing it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Hey, the funny thing is, I would have said almost probably the same thing because Voltron, if it's not a 9.8, I would have been like, don't slab that. but if it is, slap that sucker.
9.8. I can verify it went for about $300 on Heritage the other day. That's not bad.
It's a 9.8 Canadian newsstand. Look out! Look out!
There you go.
God. Yeah, that's the only reason I was actually contemplating getting that first Monica Rambeau in the Canadian. It had a 9.8 Canadian on it.
Oh, really? That's Avengers. Which Avengers is that annual?
ASM annual 16.
Annual.
Who Dat? K-pop put up the link for the CBCA awards. It's in the chat.
I was weighing my box.
Weigh in your box.
Yeah, there is y'all be able to see the link if anybody's watching it. Don't know. Brian said the nominations open May 13th. So I think all the stuff I started, I think I just started my stuff. So folks. I don't know if my stuff will qualify for this award show. Maybe next year or next award show because I like literally.
What
I just
award
started,
you're
like,
saying for unboxing?
Yeah, well, I got like the pack and chat. They got new. I think they have new shows or something.
Awards.
Yeah.
I don't know them all. Actually, Brian, when we go to that, is there like a list of all the different awards? How many awards are there? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you there are lists. There's got to be a list.
There's got to be a list, right?
Nominate people.
I think.
Yes.
Well, I know on his channel he went through the list. That's what
He
CJ
did.
was playing.
And it's tiered as well, right? Like it's
Yeah, I think it's tiered. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I think. I wish I could. If I had to put my own twist in it, Brian, and that, I'm not. It's not a criticize. This is something I think. I would probably split up the 1,000 to 5,000 because that's a big gap.
That's a big gap.
That's a big gap.
Yeah, there's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of people who are just over 1,000, but not too many approach 5,000.
Yeah. You got a lot of people that's over 1,000 that probably not can compete against. I don't know if what's this? I don't know if I'm trying to think of some shows that like close to 5,000, but it's hard. Like me, I'm like a little bit over 1,000, and Biggie's like a little bit over 1,000, but it's hard for us to go against somebody who's like 4,500.
I'm not on the train with CJ. I don't think that you should stop people from winning. I think they should win if they get voted for. Doesn't matter how many years in a row they win. If they're a good channel. They're a good channel, man.
Oh, someone was saying you should limit
Yeah. Like, hey, give them a lifetime achievement award and tell them not what they're
the
fighting.
Larry Bird rule. Like too many
but-
times you win MVP.
But what does that do to the? But what does that do to the comp? Like, I don't know. Sort of competition. Does it make competition makes you want to do a little better, right? So you sort of want to strive.
I agree, and well, I agree with both points. The reason why I agree with a little bit what CJ was saying is because I saw that part and then I kind of fell asleep.
Yeah,
because I understand because the guy actually came on there. He's like, "How am I going to compete against a Jim Mint?" I agree. How is any of us going to compete
By showing
against
actual
Jim Mint?
comics.
Well, no. This is a guy who actually he was talking about his statues. This was like he shows statues and collects statues, but how you compete against somebody like that who sometimes gets the statues for free?
And it's all about votes too, right? So a guy that has 5, 6, 7, 8,000 followers can say, "Hey guys, go vote for me," and
the guy who has 200,000 followers and a Facebook group. And all he got to do is post it on a Facebook group and say, "Hey, here's the link. Go vote." And guess what? He doesn't even have to do any other advertisement, and he's gonna win.
Well, once you're in that category with that many followers, it's a different league, So if you have also that many followers, you got to do the same thing. You got to do the hustle, man.
I kind of agree with CJ a little bit on that aspect because it's like,
man, if these guys are doing that, they're doing it. It's a hard thing to do. YouTube's not.
I mean, unless you name it, maybe like if you're not an influencer, like
who's like the guy the guy who's the dad of the Evan Tube. He also has a separate channel that does statues. He probably.
Oh yeah.
He could give Jim Mint a run.
Yeah, he just have to put on his Evan Tube channel. He has like 5 million followers or something ridiculous.
Yep, there goes Jim. He's not even close.
He has a crazy comic collection. I hung out with him on Alex the Comic Quarters channel once.
I was watching Freaky Louie before this.
A lot of
he
good
was
books.
Just shouting out everybody in the community, giving everybody
geek out.
Awesome, man. He made a bunch
of. I had a feed. If I broke no horse into tears, I didn't work. Hey, that's what we look. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for Oscars quality.
Yeah.
150 award. We're not looking for that Golden Globe. We want Oscar quality.
If I win an award, I want a goddamn limo, man, to my house. I want to go to
and a bag. Don't forget the goodie bag.
Goodie bag.
And you get the goodie bag for showing up, not for winning. You just got to go to.
And goodie bags
There you go.
shit in it, like AF-15s and Superman 1s and shit. Like,
You joking, but honestly, those goodie bags are like worth as much as those. Like they be like, "Oh yeah, the celebrities who come to the event got this bag worth of all, and its value is $100,000." You're like, what?
I'd be just stealing goodie bags the whole time I was there. Hey, what are you doing with that goodie bag? Let me hold it for you.
Dude, a lot of times they'll get that stuff and give it to their assistant or give it to maybe their guest if their guest was their mom or dad or something. Like that. they don't keep the celebrities don't keep that stuff.
I'm not above stealing that shit, bro. I stole wine at a wedding once because somebody told me I wasn't allowed to drink anymore. And I stole all the little wines on the tables. I was like, I'm not allowed to drink. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Guess what I did at my wedding? I let people drink. We had an open bar, but I also gave people wine when they left.
See, attaboy.
Gave him a bottle of wine. Hey, here's a bottle of wine.
These guys don't know what they were doing. They're trying to tell me I'm not allowed to drink. Motherfuckers.
He said, so that's the goal.
That's right, Roscoe. I'll be the sponsor.
No, we get Evan to the sponsor.
Yeah, Evan too. That guy. Okay.
Well, whatever you're doing, Brian, you're doing something right. You got us fucking talking about it.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Everybody's talking about the goddamn awards, so good for you, bro.
And if people are haters, that means you're doing something right. That's all I got to
say. Hey, I know I've been doing something right now. Like I've gone a long time without a thumbs down, but my last 3 videos got one, and I was like, oh, well, I'm doing something good.
Yeah,
my last video got a thumbs down too. My son noticed it, and I was like, don't worry about it. Who cares?
Yeah. I always wonder who's okay. So most people that have subscribed to my channel are like, I know most of them. They're all in the community, and then they're like, "Where does that thumbs down come from, motherfucker? Who did that? Which one of you motherfuckers did it?"
Yeah, I've always noticed at least one. It's very weird. Yeah. Well, when they took it away, you can't see other people's stuff now. But when I used to, you watch other people's stuff, you're like, who's the one person that put the thumbs down?
Yeah.
Well, the one negative person in the
thumbs down is it still gives you attention, right? It still actually helps your channel.
Yeah. That's why I think I don't get it as much as I used to, because I used to always get 1 or 2. I used to always get 1 or 2, but now it kind of like stopped. And I think it's because they don't get to see it. So it's like, if people put it, like, I literally have to look for it to see it. It's like, guess what?
Yeah, you have to look at your own whatever.
Your analytics stuff.
Analytics.
And I'll let people know. If you're doing it, try to get to me. It's like, I literally don't pay attention to it. Like, I just noticed it because I set this video up.
I did a great today, man. It's got 1.4 thousand views in like fucking, I don't know, 40 minutes. It was fucking awesome. And
what was it?
I just did one. What did I do? I did the Joker cover, and it had I did a Joker impression dancing behind it. I sort of infused the videos. And it was.
Was it a short? Was it a short?
Yeah, it was a short, and it just.
Yeah, shorts get a lot more views than response. It seems.
Oh, my second one that I did got 1.3 thousand views. So I've been testing times to put them out, because it is actually all about when you put your videos out on YouTube. There is an algorithm on timing for that shit.
They'll tell me when I need to put mine out.
I did 10 in the morning on Saturday. And then I did 6 o'clock in the evening as well today, and both of them got really, really good results.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to.
Saturday is the best day for results because everybody's off and shit. But I tried to do like, when everybody gets up in the morning on Saturday on their day off is around that time, and they're fucking scrolling through their phones. And then everybody gets done dinner around 5:30, 6, and they're scrolling through their phones, or they don't want to talk to their spouses and they're scrolling through their phones.
Yeah, Bleak, you do some fun stuff on your mixing and your little.
Thanks, brother.
Little
it's
snippets in there, man.
Yeah, man, it's fun as fuck. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I'm lucky to have a thumbnail, man. That's only because the only reason I did my last video is my son's like, you got to do a video. And he like literally just said, we're going to do it right now. And I'm like, all right. And he bugs me every day. It's like, we're going to do another video. You got to do a giveaway. You're going to do a giveaway. I'm like, oh.
The video you did for me was amazing, bro. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
This is the closest I'm going to get to first appearance of Venus.
That's a nice cover.
It says
9.0.
It says first Silver Age appearance of Venus, but this book came in 1973. I don't know.
What do you? I don't know if we ever talked about it on
late silver.
What do you think about that, man cave? What do you think? Silver Age ends in 69 or what?
It certainly is not 73.
Right? I know. Like, I know you'd have an opinion on it because I know
think to me, different people have different things, but I think once it's 15 cents, it's safe to say it's bronze for sure. That's a 20 center, so that's even more. Some people say Green Lantern, Green Arrow 76 is the heralding of the Bronze Age, but I think when the price certainly anything
don't
15
think
cents is
15
definitely
cents
bronze.
slipped in at the last.
Well, I know because I collected this run.
That I think is
the price is tricky because Submariner has some books with 15 centers that came out in 60.
Yeah, they do.
9.
Yes, they do. Yes,
68. I think 68 and 69. I have to look, but I think
69.
69 for sure. I know for a fact 69.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
This is why I'm wondering, because there is, I think, a few slipped in that maybe actually.
Gotcha. So they could be exceptions, the silver exceptions, but that's a 20 center. That's certainly a
20
bronze.
centers.
Oh yeah. But I think they might have mislabeled it. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to say first appearance of the Silver Age. I don't know. I don't know how they want to label, but how they labeled it. When you read it, it's not correct. Not correct.
That's a beautiful book, though.
Yeah, Bill Everett did the cover. It's okay. Bill Everett did the cover and the art. So he did it to me. It reminded me of like a Golden Age, Golden Age type because he got a shark. Dude got a shark in his hand. The background.
And you got the good old bondage, man. Golden Age was all about bondage.
Like
girl on the cover.
Yeah, she's tied in the cover. They underwater, man. It's crazy. Like Submariner's holding the guy's arm with the knife so he doesn't stab the girl. He also has the shark in his other hand. Let me see. This is crazy. He has a shark in his other. And
how's breathing down there? That girl needs a kiss.
Some bubbles, man. I don't know. She got some bubbles coming. Yeah, some bubbles, man. But yeah, I just
Subby, you're up, buddy. Subby, you're up.
Guy sold it to me for $100. So I said, all right, I'll take it.
That's a good catch. Do you still have the whole run?
No, I actually sold majority of the run, and I kept the ones I really like. But I got issue 50, first appearance of Nimmerich, I think. I got 57, which I just showed you. My 50 and 57, I think, are both 9.0s. I think my 50 is a 9. And then I have issue 5, the first Tiger Shark. I got that in a 9.4. So.
Oh yeah, you showed that one before. That's a beauty.
Yeah, that's So I got those. I'm trying to let me see when that 15 cents picks up.
You have a smackling of 15-cent Submariners and some 20 centers.
I think I know issue 19 of Submariner is 1969, but it's a 15 center. So I think after issue 14, I think 15 through I don't know what issue, but 15 through 20. I think 15 through 20 are all in 1969, and they have 15 centers. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's some people are aren't sure when they decided what the first Silver Age book is, but some people just say it's Fantastic Four 1, but that obviously DC is a whole big. Then it's Comics Code Authority. Comics Code Authority is silver before Comics Code Gold, but some people like to.
So, what is your opinion on that?
I think it's after anything Comics Code Authority or later silver to me.
Okay. I trust your opinion. You are a collector of said fucking books, Jesus, and really good collector. So I would trust that opinion.
Yeah, me and Blake were actually talking about that. We said that'd be cool. Look, we need to ask Doc, see what he thinks, because we both had our own opinions, and our own thoughts, but we really didn't know. I was just like, I really don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and I mean, a lot of people like that Green Arrow, Green Lantern being the first bronze. A lot of people consider that, but that it's almost an opinion thing. I don't know if anybody's codified this into some rule.
Yeah, when did that come?
1971.
Yeah, cover
it was a 15 center. It was 1971. So that leaves a lot of 15 centers as silver then.
Yeah, because because like I said, 69 Submariner, along with a lot of other Marvel books.
Yeah,
69 was 15 centers. So you would go from 69 to 1970. There were like a lot of 15 centers that were silver.
And then I'll look on Heritage now divides things into bronze, silver, and gold. And they'll put a lot of those 15 centers from the late 60s in the Bronze Age auction. So I think those guys consider it sort of to be bronze even if it's 1969. So I don't know.
Weird, right? Yeah. Everybody's got a weird opinion on it.
Yeah, even though 1971 was that Green Lantern book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still,
Which
you
a lot of
consider
people.
73, I think, was the last Silver Age book. I know I've read it before on multiple comic book sites. So.
Well, if that's the case, then that statement on this book would be true.
It's probably is.
You know why? But well, because this
according to
came out.
the community, but is it
Yeah.
actually true according to, like, I don't know, 69? I would have thought was the last Silver Age book.
Yeah.
You know, sort of decades. You go 1940 to 1960 are golden age books. 1960 to 1970 are silver. 1970 to 1980. You know, I'd sort of do decades, but that's just me.
I kind of agree with Joe when he said if an auction house does it, it's probably right by profit.
I don't know though, because you'd think what's more valuable though, making it silver or making it bronze? You'd think calling it a Silver Age book would make it more valuable, right? Or
It's true.
but they're actually making it earlier.
Yeah, it'd be like it's an early bronze.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but don't get me wrong. Yeah, they're all about making profit, no doubt.
Yeah, but like Bleeker said, though, it's like if it is 73, then this book is 100% accurate. Just because it came out January of 73, so it was actually the first month, 1973.
And I don't think it's all of 73 either. I think it is only the first few months of 73.
Yeah, it's very weird, very weird. I'll show you a book. I think I showed this. I know I showed Bleeker might have seen this before. This is a book that is very well. It's starting to get expensive, but I think because people are realizing it's very.
Oh yeah.
It's very.
That's his first Silver Age appearance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his first Silver Age appearance, but when I looked into it, it's his third ever appearance.
Ever overall appearance, yeah.
Yeah, because he appeared twice in the Golden Age, and that was it. So he appeared again years later in this book.
That's
a
fantastic cover for too.
I think people are starting to realize that it's like, oh man, it's like Scarecrow. Like if you want to get, that's the one to get because.
And as far as cool covers go, that is a way cooler cover than the first Silver Age Penguin and first Riddler. I feel like that's a badass cover.
And Carmine Infantino and Joe Gallo.
Even the Mr. Freeze cover, like I want it because it's amazing, but it's not as good.
It's not quite as sinister as that one. Yeah,
that one's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah. All of those actually, like even the Poison Ivy is not really.
No, I don't know.
She's on the cover. She's on the cover, but it's not as
partial to it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not as good as that one.
Now, why don't they ever talk about the first Joker of the Bronze Age? It's not like they don't differentiate. Joker's just everywhere, so I don't know that they don't call a first Superman or Batman of the Silver or Golden of like the Silver Age or the Bronze Age either, really, that I know of. Maybe someone has figured that out, but you never hear
the only it's like because Catwoman is probably what the oldest with the Joker because they both appeared in Batman 1.
Yep.
Catwoman is the only one I know out of those two that they showcased the Silver Age appearance because her first Silver Age
it's Lois Lane 80 or 70
70 or something like that. Yeah, so but they don't talk, like you said, they don't talk about the Joker. I guess he just kept going up here.
Yeah,
yeah, so it's kind of funny. I'm getting Instagrams about the book I already sold.
But the cool Batman covers are that one for first villains, and then like the Ra's al Ghul's a good one. Like some of the Man-Bat, some of the Bronze Age first appearances, Neil Adams covers are
those Neil Adams covers.
Yeah,
where Batman's
Detective Comics 400 and
holy smokes,
Batman 250 something. I forget which one Ra's al Ghul is.
Which one's the one where Batman's a ghost in the background, like he's sort of, and he's over. I think there's a mansion and shit. It's fucking.
That's the Tech 31 homage cover. I forget which number it is exactly, but it's Batman.
Goddamn beautiful.
30 or something. I forget what it is.
Yeah, it's beauty, man.
The Raza is 232.
So Raza's 232. So it's around. It's close to that.
Close to that, yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
It's
around
because it's all Neil Adams. That's all Neil Adams.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's definitely Neil Adams. It's super dope.
Yeah.
I would also collect all of the Tales from the Crypt.
227. Two brothers got it. 227 must be.
Yeah,
the
he does. Cause that's because he played it against me on the fucking hunt.
Yeah.
Fucking prick.
That cover would be perfect if they cut out that robin, that big old robin in the corner there. That always annoyed me on that cover, but it's a beautiful cover.
So I'll tell you what big book I am going after, Doc.
Yeah.
I actually posted. I posted my list.
Well, you said it. You said it already, didn't you? At some point.
No, I don't. If you posted a list, I missed it.
This list was posted like February, and I actually got it linked on my my Instagram, so it's like it stays on top. But the big books I want to go after is the Turtle Mania #1 in a 9.8. I'll settle for a 9.6.
Oh, so you want a 9.8? Okay, I was about to say. Okay.
Yeah, I want a 9.8, but I'll settle for a 9.6. But it's just a tough book in general. Not super expensive, really just tough. I want to get was it the Talia al Ghul? If I said her name
Talia al
correctly.
Ghul.
Yeah, Detective 411.
Yeah, and that's actually before Ra's al Ghul, but it's a good book.
Yeah, so I want to get that's like on my list. Hopefully,
you have a grade in mind. You probably want a higher grade in that too.
8 to 9.
Yeah,
8 to 9. 8 to 9. First, I was kind of picky and saying 9 because I bid on a 9 and I lost. And it's not that I didn't bid. I could have bid a little bit more, but I didn't have a few seconds left. So you're trying to type it in. But so like 8 to 9, I would settle for because it's a hard book to get in high grade. That dark cover.
Yeah.
I want to get the All-Star Comics 58, the Power Girl.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna wait till after the Flash movie. Because I had that on my list before the trailer for the Flash movie, and all of a sudden that book's getting super expensive because of the Flash movie. And
oh really?
Yeah, my plan was to get a 9.8 because 9.8.
Yeah, that's
before the Flash movie was under $2,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so now it's like hovering, it's above. So I thought I might just wait on that one. And Miss Marvel 8 was it? Miss Marvel 18, which I already picked that up. That's
First
getting signed
Mystique.
that's getting signed by Chris Claremont. So if it comes back at 9.4 or better, it's going to stay in the PC. Anything lower, I'll probably flip it to get a higher grade copy.
Yeah.
But hopefully it stays a 9. Hopefully it's a 9.4 at least or better. I don't think it's going to be a 9.8, but I think it could get a 9.6, which hopefully it does, and I'll keep that one. And 49, FF49. But that's the one I kind of want a specific grade because I have a 48 and a 50, all at 7.0s.
Okay.
So it's like I'm not that type of guy.
It's come down, but yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool to have all three of those the same grade.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. Like, it is. I lucked up and got them all the same grade. Well, those two in the same grade. So it was just a luck thing.
That's come down, but it still ain't cheap.
No, it's come down a lot though. Way lower than what it was a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
it
probably like it's probably like a $1,500 less now.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, it's getting to that. So those are my main ones that are achievable. Well, I forgot the Master of Kung Fu, Shang-Chi. But I want that in a 9 or better as well.
You want the Marvel Special Edition?
The
Special
Master
Marvel.
of Kung Fu. Yeah, Special Marvel, Master of Kung Fu, whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah, but I want that in a 9 or better.
Yeah, and that's come down a lot. You can get that 9.0. 9.8's really hard, but below that, it's doable.
Yeah, even 9.8 is actually really doable now because it went from a $10,000 book to like under $4 now.
What we want is a House of Yang.
Yeah. Getting Charlton in high grade is hard, partly because no one grades them. They don't feel they're valuable. But to me, there's so many cool books there.
It's actually quite high grade.
If you actually had them in high grade, you could probably find someone willing to spend some money on that.
It's high grade. It's got the stamp there. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
As Joey said, Joey said this channel might make my top 10 in the CBC. Hey, I do appreciate it. Me and Bleak were talking about, because he's joined me, and Jeffrey actually has joined me a lot when I do the pack-in chats. And we actually get a lot of views during the show, and then more so on the replay. Because, we talk about this all stuff comic related or not comic related. So, yeah, that's pretty fun. But those are my books that are in my, I think I can get, not all of them this year, but I can get a few,
Yeah, no, I think that's a good list.
Yeah.
One that I'm trying to get a 9.8 that's hard to get is a Raphael 1.
Oh.
It's just I've seen a lot of 9.6s and 9.4s, but 9.8's a tough one. It's a black cover.
I've seen your 9.6s. They all
I seen a 9.6 sell for a ridiculously low price.
Really?
It was on a show with Marvel Comics. He had a slab copy, and I was just a few seconds late of putting to get it. But the funny thing, I looked at it, it was up there for the whole show. It's like maybe like towards the end, the people started putting these offers, and I'm like, man, let me try this. Somebody already put it in, but I was thinking to myself, what am I gonna do with a 9.6? I have a 9.4 double sign,
Right.
So it's
I
like
I have a raw book that's probably like a 5.0, but I enjoy it. But
it's when I saw the 9.6, I was like, I still like my 9.4 signed by Eastman and Lear better.
Yeah.
Even if I had a 9.8, I still would like my 9.4 better, because Peter Lear, if anybody doesn't know, that's like getting a Jack Kirby signature. He doesn't sign anything.
Yeah.
Did you get that signed yourself, or did you?
Yeah, he's the hard one. If you had to get both of them, he's the tough one.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I bought that at my LCS when I got back into comics. Okay. They had a whole bunch of books. I was like, man, these books are that cheap. These Turtle, this Raphael, $80. I was like, why are they so cheap? They was like, oh man, it's signed. I was like, all right. So I spent a ton of money that day. And I was like, I guess I'm back in, baby. But
nice.
But yeah, it was like it. And CDC basically verified the signatures, because they said signed by Kevin Eastman, Peter Lear, and ink and marker on the front cover.
Nice.
Or inside the front cover. Say like inside the front cover, not on the front cover. Inside the front cover, because that's what they did a lot of those books back in the day.
Yeah.
They ask you if you wanted to sign it. You say yes. They open the book up, sign it. The other one, sign it, and there you go. So, but yeah, it's a tough book to get in a 9.8.
Yeah, it's such a cool. I just feel like it's such a cool cover. It's such a cool book.
I was so happy that they were getting the love at the comic boom that they were supposed to get, but they went up so high that they come down a lot.
Yeah.
But they've been priced.
Yeah, the 9.8s of TMNT 1 first print went a little really nuts.
That affected everything. Everybody talked about like if stuff has a trickle down effect. In that category, it did.
Yeah.
That category, the number one 9.8 sold for I think $250,000.
Yeah, $250.
And then everything else went up. Right. Everything else. And everybody said, "What's the key? What's the key? What's the key? Oh, this is the key. All right, let me get that."
Yeah, that was a FOMO crazy.
Yeah. FOMO crazy. Then it went to
you got yours at the right time, Udat. So I think
I think I got mine 2 years before all that happened.
Yeah.
So we're talking
even if it goes up and drops, it hasn't dropped to below what you bought it for sure. That's the way I look at it.
I'll say it like this: what I paid for mine, and people can look up the number. I'm not gonna say the numbers, but I could make 3 times what I put into it.
Yeah.
So that's and that's today. That's not when the market was going crazy. I could have did 4 times.
Yeah, you could have done even.
And that's what at that time frame. And I know other collectors probably, people who if you really thought about it, if you knew what you know now, you would have did it.
Right.
Like you're like, man, it's like, man.
Well, you would have sold it. I would have sold it. Rebuy all of that, and then you buy it back again cheaper. Make some profit. That would make sense. Yeah, nothing should keep you, unless it's your personal copy you bought as a kid or something,
Yeah, that's the only thing I think I probably would have never did. But I think if I know what I know now, I would have sold almost everything and bought all the things I want back, because I'd have had a great deal. You got a better deal.
Oh yeah, even I traded a lot of Silver Age books, but if I know what I know now, I would have traded them earlier for more money, and then I wasn't expecting to trade them, but I just had some opportunities, and it's like, all right.
I know for a fact X-Men 1 X-Men 1 4 5 was I think 3 times the amount what it is now.
Yeah,
it was in the 30,000 range.
It went up, I think 4 or 5 I think went to like just under 30. Maybe it went to 30. And then
I got GPS still. We're about to find it.
Yeah, D-Runk bought a 4 or 5 for $7,000, and it went up to and I know that because he literally got it a half hour before I was going to claim it. So I remember the price, and it went up, and it went up to. I remember it was definitely 25, but tell me if it went higher if you're on GPS.
Yeah, I'm about to scroll it down to it now. X-Men's all the way at the bottom.
Because I bought mine for $9,000. I bought mine for like 2,500 above what he got his, and that was like 2 months later. So it was already starting to climb like crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you what I paid for mine. I'll keep it. So at the height, hold up, I gotta go. I forgot that was like 2 years ago now. So
yeah, it's getting.
It was actually 2021. The high sale was $32,000.
Jesus Christ!
Oh man,
that's insane.
That's I know. Like when I was looking at stuff, that's the one book. Even Turtle book, Turtle one, I probably wouldn't have did because it's hard to get it back. I could have sold it for a lot and not had the money to buy another, but where I'm going to find another.
Yeah.
Out of all the books I have, that is probably the one book I should have sold and repurchased because you can find an X-Men 1 again. That's like year 15. You can find it. You can find it out.
Yeah, X-Men 1 is not actually a rare book.
No.
Yeah,
there's copies out there. No.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah,
that's one of the few I've actually owned more than one copy. I've had two copies. I don't usually have more than one.
Yeah, so you're looking at that's how it was at the height in 2021, and now it's like 3 times less.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think there was one 4.5 went for like $12,000 recently. It was like around that.
Yeah. It was on there 12,000 even.
Yeah.
And it's
now there's a lot more ebbs and flows, and it's all about catching the hot book at the right time. It's 2021 was pretty fun.
Yeah, 2021 was a good time to sell, especially silver and bronze keys.
Terrible time to buy. Still is a terrible time to buy if you're into buying collections and stuff. Everybody knows what they got. Everybody thinks they have gold.
Gold's weird though. I think the scarcity of gold has hedged it a little bit for big drops, and there's a few books that have gone crazy and have sort of stayed up. Like Batman 1 got a lot more expensive suddenly.
Golden Age books have gone through the roof.
They have gotten more expensive.
Yeah, they have.
And they've dropped sometimes they drop a little and then they go, there's few enough sales that it's hard to actually make a judgment based on one sale. Cause next thing you know, you think, oh, it's going down. And then there'll be a sale a month later, similar grade that's way higher. It's like, it depends on, it's a weird.
And that's what and the funny is, that's what the argument I have. And it's about the rarity of stuff. Dealing because Golden Age, you got rarity. But I kind of get in an argument with Elite Comics 11 and other consigners, and just because Elite Watch might watch myself. Not saying argument in bad way, just saying
a debate.
It's just a disagreement. Let me say it like that. Disagreement is because like some of the books lately I've been getting is like they don't come up for sale a lot.
Yeah.
Like for example, like I showed you even like this book, the Green Lantern.
Yeah, high grade Silver Age DC is almost like a Golden Age book.
They don't come. They might come up once a year.
Yeah,
once a year because I've looked at GPA. Like one book I forgot what I was selling. It literally it was Green Lantern 7. Is that the one, Tom Array?
That's the first
6.
Sinestro.
No, so it's the one before it. So 6. So Green Lantern 6 and the 6.5. I showed you this book. That's the book.
Yeah.
So Green Lantern 6 and the 6.5 is literally sold in the last like 5 years, averaged one time.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we're kind of going back and forth on price. So I think I did end up listening. And I told him, I said, I want this because it doesn't come up for sale but once a year. I was like I can't give you at the price that one sold a year ago. Like I can't do it. Like even
Oh yeah,
6
you
months
have
ago.
you have to extrapolate a little bit and see where the whole market's going. You can't you can't base a Golden Age sale on the last sale. If it could have been a year ago, that would be you would be foolish to do so.
Yeah, so it's like that's the only thing we have usually disagreements with these higher grade books. So sometimes I don't even try to list. If I'm trying to sell them, I really don't list them on their page. I'll sell them when we do a live sale, because at that point I could put the price I feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
And
now
then
Joey's
negotiate.
asking about Donald Duck and Andy Panda, and I'd say they're probably good bargains. Yeah.
Unless you're trying to get like first appearances and stuff. So.
First appearances are always a little tricky. Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be expensive.
But a few of them are actually. When I think of expensive, I'm thinking thousands.
Wow.
When I say thousands like that, I mean more than 2,000.
Yeah.
Too though.
Yeah.
If you're buying those books in a high grade, that's
but if you just want cool books that aren't first appearance, those are bargains, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
The funny thing is, there were bargains before they started getting hot. Even the first appearances started getting hot. Because I remember for a long time, I was like, man, that book was only a few, like maybe $100 or $200. Now it's $1,000.
Yeah.
It's like the first Uncle Scrooge is actually not as expensive as I thought it would be.
Yeah, no, it's not too bad. That book, I see that book.
High grade.
Yeah, I remember you had one, and I've actually seen that book a bunch, and yeah, it's not too bad.
Well, actually, I have the Uncle Scrooge one, but his first appearance was in 4-color. It's a book with Huey, Dewey, Louie, and like a bear on the cover. But that's his first appearance in the comic. And then his first, they considered the Uncle Scrooge #1 is the one I have.
Right.
And but even that book's not super expensive. The Peanuts, the real Peanuts #1, not the Peanuts #1 that I had, is not as expensive as you would think it would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're getting up there though. They are getting up there.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Now's the time to buy Marvel.
Yeah, if you
in a few years it'll be a time to buy DC again.
I do not, Tricky. I do not own. I don't have any like Casper, Hot Stuff, any Richie Rich, any of those books. I mean, I had tons of raw books from the 1970s and 80s of all that, but not the first appearances. No.
I've seen that book, not in person. I've just seen it on auction.
That would be a cool book to have because I have fond memories of reading those books as a kid.
That is a book I can see you
my
having.
best friend had 2 sisters, and they had every Archie, Hot Stuff, Casper, all that stuff, and we just dived through that stuff, man. It's great.
He said, "I got a." Oh yeah, that was the first Peanuts. Well, not first Peanuts. Peanuts #1.
Yeah, that's a good book.
Yeah, I forgot what 4-color number it is, but
the first Peanuts is like fucking holy shit.
But the funny thing is, they got a one before that's actually older. That's actually
There's like an actual first appearance of the Peanuts.
Yeah. So that one's the one that I sold Joey is considered like the #1.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it
those
was like
are
a
fun, like first
0.5.
Peanuts, first Scooby Doo, first Hot Stuff. There's a lot of interesting cartoon stuff. That's it's not more expensive, just like you said.
It's weird. That's stuff I go after just because that's the kind of collector I am, and I collect all that shit from when I was a kid.
Honestly, I want to get another Peanuts #1 because that's just something I like, and I remember watching Peanuts specials as a kid.
Yeah, you know who probably has all that is Alan, the comic collector geek. He loves all. Yeah, I stay away from that stuff except for Little Lulu. That was my mother's favorite character, so I have like her first appearance. But other than that, I don't collect like cartoonish stuff so much.
One has everything. It's ridiculous.
I don't collect that either, but I just remember Charlie Brown and stuff growing up.
I'd be tempted if I saw a first Charlie Brown or Scooby Doo for the right price. I would consider it for sure. Or
Scooby-Doo
Peanuts.
for sure. Scooby-Doo for sure.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
like
going after it, but I'm an opportunist, and if I see an opportunity, maybe
Who doesn't?
It's hard to pass up opportunity.
I mean, I
when the
grew up
price is
watching
right.
Scooby Doo, Peanuts, and all of that. Man, it's like that's my childhood.
I always
Hard to-
tell
hard to
people
resist.
when they have a price like that, they're like you say, it's like, man, you making me have to buy this. God, though.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want Peanuts like Christmas special and Halloween special every goddamn year, man? Come on.
Yeah.
That's like it's ingrained into us at this point.
Yeah. But I actually have to get up somewhat early tomorrow, so I'm gonna probably jet.
We're gonna end this. So, but if anybody wants to chat before Doc leaves and say hello before he heads out, you can come drop in. If I could find oh, here we go. I'm like, dude, how do I put the link? And I put it's right there in front. All right, so I'm gonna put it in the chat. If anybody wants to chat with us offline while we're here, no problem. I'm finished packing. I do appreciate everybody stopping through. Tricky Trash, Joey Bags, Chat, Biggie, K-pop, Callie, everybody. Thank you to Bleecker and Doc for joining me.
Yeah, no,
King
man.
College,
It's about time I've been on your channel. Yeah,
it
it's
was
crazy.
a great discussion, great stuff. Talk about a lot. That's why I like doing these kind of stuff. What's up, Glitter and Duct Tape?
Yo, Glitter.
Saw you Glitter buying.
See you,
I saw
Joey.
you on them auctions and stuff, buying stuff, Glitter. And you think you'd be slick. I know who you are. Also, Brian and two brothers. Appreciate you guys.
Las
y'all have a good
Cruces.
Las Cruces. Y'all have a
Órale,
good one.
ese.
I don't know if y'all want to say anything before we go, but
No, man. Thanks for having us on, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I'll
All
be
right.
up tomorrow morning on Sunday at the shop. Who that pops on once in a while. Doc's been on once in a while.
Yeah.
K-pop's on there every now and again. She likes to hop on, so come on down, watch us there. Other than that,
Yes, sir.
been awesome.
Yes,
We
sir.
love hanging out on the pack and chat, man. It's a great show.
Yep. So everybody have a good rest of the weekend. I should say have a good week coming up. So see you guys later. If anybody wants to chat, me and Blake will stick around before Doc leaves for a little while. So peace, everybody. My daughter's saying bye.
Bye.